Every single time a big card comes out in Madden Ultimate Team, the chat always asks me, is it worth its price point? And when we're talking about items that are north of And when we're talking about items north of 1 million coins, I would say 99% of the time my answer is no. But EA dropped arguably the most broken MUT item I have ever seen. I'm talking it's on Dickerson level.
What did he just say?
For those of you that remember the horror stories of defending Eric Dickerson in Madden 20, this is a defensive item, but it's equally impactful in terms of what it does for the defensive side of the ball. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think that there are gonna be golden ticket items from an AP standpoint that are going to match what this item is. And I'm talking, for those that don't know, about the Kam Chancellor Super Bowl past item. Now, the Kam Chancellor item comes packed with this dual threat lighted up X Factor. In order to get this X Factor, you have to unlock a token from the Super Bowl field pass. It's level 9. So basically go out there and get 50 touchdowns and 200 tackles, and you'll basically be done with it. You guys could do those in solo battles or regular games. But with this dual threat lighted up, essentially this is a combination of a couple of different X factors. The first one is basically reinforcement. Reinforcement, for those that don't know, is basically an X factor that allows you to knock out any throw in the game, but it does not really give you the ability to break on ball as if you had a crazy zone KO. Meaning that if your guy's close to the defender, he's going to be able to disrupt the catch animation and make them drop it. And this will apply in any zone in the game: a flat, a hook, a mid read, a vertical hook, a curl flat, or any type of deep zone inside or outside. But again, it does not come equipped with a break on ball bonus. The other thing that the dual threat does is it gives you unstoppable force. This is basically the instant win pass rush ability that we see on items like Reggie White, the Minister of Defense, or the Justin Madubuike Mata Beast item. A lot of players like these pre-lit starting X factors that allow you to rush the passer well. I personally use them. I think there's no reason not to. They're free. It's stupid that you would consider not using them, okay? But what we're gonna be doing here is utilizing both of those X factors combined in the form of dual threat. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna go over to the next to last slot on this Kam Chancellor item, and we are going to equip a absolutely free pick artist. Obviously, we know how important that is. You have to be able to catch those interceptions. This is gonna be free, allows you to have the improved stamina on interception returns, so you're not getting tired running back the other way. And then in the final spot, we are going to utilize the 1 AP discounted mid zone KO, which gives you the catch knockouts in mid zones. You're probably saying, hey, Zan, if reinforcement or dual threat has the knockouts, why do you care about a knockout ability? Because the first half of mid zone KO says improved reactions. And this is where today's video is going to show why this is the most important item in the game. So let's hit the practice field with this. While I'm loading into practice mode, make sure you guys are taking the time to hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and drop a comment below. If you guys have any questions about Madden Ultimate Team, everything is on the table. Drop a comment below. I'll be hanging out after this video goes live for about half an hour or so, answering your questions, and I'll make sure that I'm checking back throughout the day. But just letting you guys know, I'm here at the desk responding to everything you guys have for up to a half hour, and then I'll come back later. Let's talk about the dual threat lighted up ability from a pass rushing perspective. Obviously, we know that there is an A-gap blitz meta out there in this year's game. You guys can run this out of dollar, you can run it out of nickel over G, 3-3, you get the gist. This ability will allow you to put Kam Chancellor with that dual threat, which again is going to be able to disrupt those pass block animations at your A-gap blitzer position. And he's either going to come in free or he's going to be able to get an instant win against that defensive player that blocks him. Now, fortunately for us, we had other players getting to the quarterback there. But if you were to really take a look here at Kam Chancellor as a blitzer, he's going to be able to, even if blocked by these linemen, get that instant win. I mean, you see right there, he clubbed this guy straight to the turf as he was blocked. You see that super club win was able to get him off that block right away. So now your little A-gap blitz meta that you're used to running, even if your opponent can pick it up, is just going to be instantly shed the entire game. Let's go ahead and show you another example. So right here, I'm going to go ahead and block this blitz. And here he comes. And you see that he gets that dominant win. Now, I stepped up in the pocket because I knew that animation was coming, but obviously your opponents aren't going to be as keen on stepping straight into a glowing player. You see right there that it just kind of makes this blitz so much better as it pertains, you know, even if your opponent knows how to block it, it's still going to shed really quickly. And then, of course, you could go ahead and kick him out to the edge if you wanted to as well. A lot of players really like these dollar slot blitz metas. Me personally, I like to run him in the nickel corner role. And the reason I might do that is, let's say that I want to run a little free rusher blitz where we're just going to bring him off that left edge and I'm just going to stand over the center. Either he's going to come in free, or in this case, I'm going to get a B gap, or even if they do, let's say, realize the blitz is coming in, maybe they hit a little slide protection over towards that left side. So maybe we slide protect over there and I need the mic. In this situation, again, you're seeing we're still getting A gaps, we're getting B gaps, we're getting all kinds of stuff here. But even if they do block him, let's just intentionally get him blocked here. Even if they do block him, he's still going to be able to get those wins. And you see right there, he beats the tackle instantly. No matter what, if you have a great blitz, if you have a bad blitz, he's still going to shed right away. But the real reason you're here is to see, okay, let's talk about the coverage side of things, because I still don't fully understand how this item is going to impact the game from a coverage standpoint. So again, going back to that mid-zone KO. Mid-zone KO, we're basically paying for the break on ball. A lot of players don't realize that every knockout ability has two different light ups. The first one is basically when they are backpedaling and they go to break on a throw, they're going to get that light up to get that improved break on ball animation, which basically coincides with the quarterback cocking his arm to throw it. Without that ability, the ball has to leave the quarterback's fingertips, and then a player will break on it. So the difference in somebody breaking as soon as they start their throwing animation versus when the ball actually leaves their fingertips is pretty significant. And of course, if you're facing quarterbacks that have longer release animations, this plays up even more on the field for you. So we're using the break on ball component of the mid-zone knockout. We have our free pick artist, and then we have the reinforcement aspect of the dual threat. So let's go ahead here and show you what I mean. I'm going to go and put Kam Chancellor on the sideline. We're just going to run a simple runoff, and I'm going to try to throw a crosser under him. So I'm going to kick him over to the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put him in a deep zone. Remember, he's got mid-zone KO, not deep out KO. But we're going to utilize the break on ball bonus from the mid-zone KO in tandem with the knockout from the dual threat to basically give him universal zone KO. So even though he's in a deep zone here, you're going to see that even if I try to throw this crosser, he can turn around and break on it and get that knockout animation. Right there, he hit him so good that really we didn't need to have a knockout. He was there to either hit the guy straight in the chest or play an animation on the ball. But you see that very clearly, he is getting the benefit of the knockout from the X Factor, while being able to break on the throw behind him while being pulled by a streak from the mid-zone KO. And this is what allows him to basically have universal zone KO plus pick artist for just 1 AP. Now, of course, what I would recommend doing with this item is I probably wouldn't hang out on the outside with him. My honest assessment is he belongs in the nickel role. And the reason you want him in the nickel role is that he's going to be able to impact in a lot of different ways. Like I said, we can blitz him off the slot. We can get that mid-zone KO if he's in a vertical hook. We can get that mid-zone KO if he's in a cloud flat that's zone dropped. We can get that mid-zone KO in a lot of different roles, a hook curl over the middle of the field on a drag. We can get flat zone KOs via the break on ball from the mid zone, but the knockout from the dual threat ability. If it's thrown right at him, he can catch the ball. And again, like I said, you've done all this coverage stuff, you blitz him again, and now he's shedding because he's always lit up getting those instant wins. If a running back blocks him on a slide protection, he's going to win instantly. If a tight end blocks him on a slide protection, he's going to win instantly. The point is, for 1 AP, this is such an impactful ability that I think you guys should immediately consider putting on your roster. But today's video is focused on one of the more expensive items in the game. I totally understand that. A lot of you will say, hey, Zan, I don't got 2 million for this. I get it. I don't often do content like this, but I'm just letting you know this item is the real deal. It is the truth. I think it's probably the best Super Bowl passed item. I know a lot of players will say that the Doug Williams card on the offensive side of the ball is very good as well. Hard to argue with that. But from a defensive perspective, I think this is one of the most dominant items we have seen just from an AP standpoint. Again, you're kind of factoring that he can knock out any throw. That's short, medium, deep route KO. That's flat zone, mid zone, deep in, deep out KO. That's pick artist. And you basically have unstoppable force on top of that. Really, I mean, 1 AP for all that is obscene. You're talking about an item that's worth probably 10 plus AP on its own. And you factor that it's only 1 out of 11. Now you've got all that extra AP to spend on the rest of your defense around him. Defense is really going to start to play up on the AP AP side of things here in Ultimate Team. Just wanted to get this video out. Me personally, right now, I've got 5 AP that I don't even know what to do with on the defensive side of the ball because of this Kam Chancellor and what he saves me within my scheme. And if you guys want my scheme, make sure you guys head over to gridirongameplans.gg, where I've got 9 offensive and defensive game plans. Actually, I think we're pushing towards 10. I just dropped the gun bunch strong meta out of the Madden Bowl in the game plan section. It's in seminar format. Go check it out. But we also have the vault with over 190. We're pushing up to 200 vault tips already this year and counting as we head in the summer. Discord access with live sessions every single Wednesday, just $9.95 per month. Go unlock everything. Hop in our Discord, say hello, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Until then, this is Zan. Get in the lab and good luck.